Hi, this is Russ Andersson. Today I wanted to talk a little about how to set up a coordinate system when you're using both the coords button or the *3 button and you want to set the size using a separate distance constraint between two trackers. So here's our default shot, and we'll just get that going so you can see what starting point we're working from. So we're going to initially have just a completely unaligned shot, so we'll use the coords button, which is *3 on the coordinate system setup panel, and we'll set up our basic coordinate system here. So everything is flat down on the ground again, and let's suppose now that we want to use these two trackers here as a distance constraint that maybe we've gone and measured out on this particular job site. So we'll go over to the coordinate system setup panel and we'll select the one tracker and then alt select the other tracker, and that sets up a link between the two. Maybe a little hard to see with the compression. And we'll set the distance between them to be, 11 units, 11 and a half, whatever. And now we can go and resolve the shot. And if we switch to the constrained points view, see actually we get a fairly high error in that distance constraint. Here's the distance constraint between those 2 points, error of 1.8 units, because there's actually still already a size constraint that's kind of built into what that coords or *3 tool does, which happens here on the second point. And if you look at it, the second point here along the x-axis is actually locked to the coordinates 20, 0, 0. And that effectively is a size constraint as well. So we've got one size constraint saying that it's 20 units between the origin and that point. And we've also got another that says it's 11 units between those other 2 points. So that's the conflict. So to get rid of that conflict, when you want to use a different distance constraint, you just go back to that second point and change it from being a lock point to just being on the x-axis. Now there's nothing that says where, how far it has to be from the origin exactly. So now if I go and redo the solution, now all my errors are 0 and the distance is the value that I want. So it's pretty simple. You just need to go back and adjust that one size constraint. Thanks a lot.